Fish. They are an important part of our ecosystem, and probably without fish, we probably wouldn't exist. And so, in the honor of fish, just in general, I decided to take a bunch of fish and rank them on how silly or goofy they look. Yeah.
You know what that means? Fish!
So the first fish we are ranking is the Asian carp. And the Asian carp is pretty funny looking. Not that funny, but what it does is even funnier. These guys like to jump out of the water and smack people in the face, which can kill them if the fish slaps them in their temple, but that's not important. They are funny looking, but aren't so outrageous. I see it and I start belly aching laughing. And if I was ranking them on their personality, they would probably get an A tier. But I'm ranking them like a Tinder girl. I only care about their appearance and not their personality. Next fish we are ranking is the barrel eye, and honestly this is a pretty goofy fish. It isn't like bellyache and laughing, but it's still pretty silly looking, as it's also one of those deep sea fish, which are usually very goofy looking. Next fish we're looking at is the Blackmore goldfish, and is our very first goldfish of the tier list. These guys are, well, kind of funny. They aren't, well, unfunny, but they're also not like the cream of the crop, and so I'm gonna have to place these guys in C tier. Next up is the blobfish, and I hate this fish. I want this thing dead. I want all of these things just eliminated. But it's still a bit goofy, but its ugliness factor really makes a big statement. So, to all the blobfish enthusiasts, I'm sorry, but your stupid pink fish is going in D tier. Next up on the tier list is, well, the boxfish. And I love the boxfish. It's pretty goofy looking. It looks like it came straight out of Minecraft, but it didn't. This thing is real, it's genuine, it is very goofy looking. I can't keep a straight face without looking at this fish. This fish is hilarious. This fish right here invented comedy itself. And so that's why I believe it's right to give it an S tier. Next up on our tier list is the British fish. Yes, the British fish. The very famous and world-renowned British fish. Yep, it's him. Anyways, he gets an S tier. Because British. Fish ranking is the bubble-eyed goldfish. And yes, it's our second goldfish of this tier list. These guys have big eyes, and they make them look like they're puffing out their non-existent cheeks. And honestly, they're pretty funny looking. These guys make me giggle a bit. And yeah, they're getting A tier. Yada yada yada, bubblehead goldfish, last goldfish of the tier list, yada yada. Pretty funny looking. Anyways, B tier. Next is the catfish, and honestly, I don't find this guy that funny. But I do find the catfish delicious. Anyways, this guy gets a D tier. Next is the clownfish, and honestly, you think this would be a very funny fish, but no, it's not all that humorous. And yeah, but it's not unfunny, but it's also not funny, so it gets to be in C tier, or how it's also called, mid. Next fish we're ranking is the cowfish, and I'm gonna be honest to all the cowfish enjoyers, I don't really enjoy this fish. So, yeah, I don't find it funny, I don't find it cool, and so it's getting an F tier. Next up is electric eel, and I don't find this fish all that funny. Yeah, it is pretty long, and that's kind of funny. I don't know. It's not so unbearably funny it would get an F tier, but it's still not funny, so it's gonna get a D tier. Next up is the Epauleate shark, and fun fact about these sharks, they can walk on land. Yes, give it a couple more million years, and these guys will be the new humans. Anyways, tangent aside, these guys are fine. They're not the funniest, but like I said with others, this one goes in C tier. Next up on the ranking is the frogfish, and honestly, this one's pretty goofy. we finally get one that I don't have a very negative opinion on. And so, yeah, the frogfish gets an S tier on the tier list. Is the garden eel. These guys are adorable. They're really cute and just a bit goofy looking. And yeah, honestly, they're adorable. And so they get to have a B tier. Before we talk about the next fish, first I must please my overlords and talk about today's sponsor.
Hey, tell me something. There's a delicious Subway food montage going on right behind me, isn't there? Yep, I can smell it. Well, that's gonna make it kinda hard to focus, but here we go. An ode to the Subway feast. Turkey, salami, cheese with roast beef, pepperoni and ham. Write this down, Chief. We got 'em all on freshly baked bread. The Subway feast. It's as big as my head. Beat that, Jared. Subway, eat fresh.
Anyways, thank you, Peter, for doing our sponsor read. Anyways, on to the next fish, which is the goblin fish. Now, I'm not too fond about the goblin shark, and honestly, there's really no reason why I need to explain myself, but I will. Its long nose-like structure is really ugly looking and makes it look like Dream from Clash of Clans. And how it eats is pretty gross also. They extend their mouth like an alien, eat and prey. They do this because they're too slow while they're swimming. So they have to do this. Because, life finds a way. Anyways, the goblin shark gets F tier. Since we only have a certain amount of fish left, we're going to be doing a lightning round. So let's start. Okay? Yeah. Guitar shark B, humphead parrotfish S, manta ray D, mouth brooder D, Napoleon fish A, porcupine puffer B, pufferfish F, rockfish C, sawfish S, sunfish A, and finally whale shark with B. And so, this is the Goofy fish tier list. This was really fun to make, and honestly, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and please subscribe.